Hello everyone, Kevin DeSilva here with Douglas Elliman, bringing you our April market report. Track a number of different neighborhoods between Palos Verdes and the Pacific Palisades, and we're noticing a weird trend. Are buyers ditching the Westside for the South Bay? It's a legitimate question, and we're going to answer that. Back in March, we predicted that West Hawthorne, the three neighborhoods are Wiseburn, Del Air, and Holly Glen, although performing relatively flat, would pick up both in volume and in activity. Well, we were right. West Hawthorne is up 17% in price just month over month, just from last month to this month. Now, there were some really nice sales that took place. This does tend to skew the average up. That said, there were also more of them, and they still all sold. 100% of all the homes that came on the market sold. Pretty good. I'm sure you can imagine that as your neighbor, I'm just as thrilled as you are. Because as I sit here and watch home values around me go up, I know what that does for my house. We're on the same page. Now, my prediction for next month is that with some of the step-up areas like Redondo Beach rising by $300,000, I can see this neighborhood going up even higher. And that's because a lot of buyers who buy here because they couldn't afford Redondo Beach. And since that area is still going up in price, guess what's going to happen here? That's right. Keep a lookout for next month. Is it going to go up 17%? I don't know, but let's check back in a few weeks. Right now, Torrance is the gem of the South Bay. In fact, it's the it factor. Torrance has a thing. There are people who only want to live in Torrance, and they don't want to live anywhere else. That's probably a good reason why homes are just flying off the shelves, selling way over asking. With these huge price rises, we are seeing people get priced out almost on a weekly basis. Prices are going up so fast. March has seen a huge boom over February, which was pretty flat as well. 50% more homes came on the market in March than in February. And even with that additional inventory, prices still rose by 16%. Now, with Palos Verdes having leveled off, will Torrance continue its rise? Well, check back next month. We'll share it with you. With all of these really high price increases in the South Bay, you would expect this to be going on in Culver City, West LA, Marina Del Rey, Mar Vista, Santa Monica, and we're just not seeing it. In fact, prices have been flat in Mar Vista year over year and month over month. And although prices have maintained, it is actually taking longer for homes to sell. This is concerning, especially since Mar Vista is one of the best neighborhoods. I love West LA. And why I love West LA is because I think it is one of the best investments on the West Side. In fact, West LA has so much going on for it with new development, new businesses coming in, businesses expanding, the metro line, it's near to all the freeways, and it's close enough to the beach that really it's the sweet spot for the West Side. That said, prices are flat month over month. The good news is prices are up 51% from last year, but there were some low sales this time last year. So I really have seen entry home prices stay flat at that $1,200,000 to $1,300,000 level. That's posing a concern for future growth. We'll see what happens. The good news is though, even though prices are remaining flat, unlike Mar Vista, 90% of the listings are selling, and they're selling for about the same amount of time. pretty much they're selling in 12 days on average. Now, if you're waiting for the market to drop on the west side, don't wait on Culver City. Although prices are flat month over month, it is still a strong market. In fact, prices are up in Culver City 31% year over year, which is a good sign. Will it continue its rise? Check back next month, because homes coming up in Culver City have more than doubled, which could bring the average up. But we'll see. To answer the question simply, are people ditching the west side for the South Bay? And there are two parts to this. One, yes, they are. A lot of buyers are still looking for single family homes. And the South Bay in general is just more affordable. Now, sometimes it's the same price, but you get a little bit more home. Sometimes it's a little bit cheaper for the same size house. And on top of that, the South Bay is blessed with a lot of good schools. If you're curious about the different school districts and the different schools in the South Bay or the West Side, we have everything mapped out. So feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to share that list with you and those maps with you to show you where the good schools are. But moving on, yes, buyers are still seeking out single family homes and they're looking for a little bit more space. The no part of the answer is that people are still looking to live near work. The reality is the West Side, Santa Monica, Century City, Playa Vista, Culver City, Hollywood, and everything else around there has a lot of jobs. And people don't want to commute, especially now when, so many people are back on the road. That said, for the people who want a little bit more from their neighborhood, a little bit more from the schools, a little bit more from their homes, they are moving on to other areas. But for the people who still want to be close to work, they are buying locally. So although prices are trending flat right now, it could still go up. It is still a very strong market and homes still sell quickly. So to answer your question, yes, a lot of buyers are leaving the West Side for the South Bay, but at the same time, there are still a lot of buyers coming in to the West Side. Kevin Silva here. Talk to you guys next month. If you're curious about how all of this affects your home value and what you can do to make more with what you have, feel free to reach out to us. Comment below. We'd be more than happy to help.